Hi there, it's LDake again with Kale Realty, your Illinois licensed broker. And today I wanted to share with you all the things that I think makes Irving Park a wonderful neighborhood. Before I get into all the different parts of it, I probably should point out that Irving Park is one of those neighborhoods kind of like Lakeview, where there's a bunch of neighborhoods within it. So it's also interesting is unlike neighborhoods like Logan Square, where if you look at the map, it almost looks like a perfect rectangle. Irving Park is more of a microcosm reflecting on the growth of Chicago as a whole. So, and that's because as things were growing, you'll also notice that within the different neighborhoods, because the architecture will be different and things like that. Irving Park is pretty much in between downtown and O'Hare. Jumping on the blue line would be about equal time. If there's actually 3 stops, I believe, that cut through that neighborhood, the Montrose, the Irving Park, and of course Addison. You also have Metro, several bus stops, of course. You've got Milwaukee, Montrose, Irving Park, Addison, California, Kimball Holman, Pulaski. As far as a transportation area, it's a really good one. I mean, of course, and you got 90-94, the splits right there going between the Kennedy and the Edens, right? By Kilbourne Park, by Addison and Milwaukee intersection, or just a little bit west of that is where the park is. Now, you'll notice that the homes around there are you're going to be a 2-story wood frame. You'll also see some brick, you'll see apartments, so, you know, bungalows and things like that. The park itself is really cool because they have a nature center in there, and that includes conservatory area. And I like how they did the sundial and things like that. The namesake is Old Irving Park. Now, the one thing I really wanted to showcase was all the murals right there. Expressway is. And that's because it kind of tells the story of the area as a whole. It started out as a farming community. That's why it's got the mural with the cow, right? And Old Irving Park has, for architecture, some of the most beautiful Victorians and Queen Anne's and things like that. A lot of front yards that are a lot larger than you may be used to seeing in Chicago. And then, of course, the lots are wider in a lot of cases. East of that is a little pocket called the Villa. Now, that I always love the homes around there. You got the prairie homes and the arts and crafts bungalows. So not your typical Chicago bungalow, but the bigger, you know, more elaborate ones, right? And it also has the boulevard strip on that one block there. That's really sweet, and people have really taken care of it with gardening and things like that. It's really pretty. Or east of that, that's where you're by Athletic Field and Independence Park, and that's got its own vibe. Like I was saying, every pocket in Irving Park, it's kind of got its own vibe, right? So Athletic Field is nice, is they got this one, they got their regular field house, but behind it there's a smaller field house that's just for ceramics and things, and that's pretty classy, right? And then they got this huge field, right? Now you go a little bit north of that towards Irving Park, and that's where Independence Park is, and that's a very large park. And that one, it used to be one of my favorites when I was a kid. Now, if you go a little bit further east of that, that's where you get over by McFedridge Field and Horner Park. McFedridge Field, just south of Irving Park. One of the cool things that they have over there is, besides the indoor ice rink, is they have a field for wheelchair softball. And if you're not from Chicago, then I understand that you don't know this, but softball's a big thing with Chicagoans, at least us old school natives, right? And baseball, sure, everybody knows what that is, but softball, that's the neighborhood sport. So, the fact that they have a dedicated field for those who use wheelchairs to play softball, I think that's super duper cool. Now, north of that is Horner Park, and Horner Park, its most eastern border is the Chicago River. And then you'll find a nature trail that winds around so that you can get down to the river itself. And you'll see people paddling their kayaks along the Chicago River. Like I said, there's so much to share about Irving Park, and I'd love to show you around sometime. And remember, I always have time for you and your referrals.